Hello and welcome to Tina's Joyful Kitchen. I'm Tina McDermott, the lazy inspirational chef. And today, on today's show, we're gonna have so much fun because it's August and it's time to go play outdoors. We don't want to play too much in the kitchen, so we want some quick bites, quick foods. I was trying to mix foods and bites at the same time. Quick foods so that we can go to the beach, we can go to the pool, we can go for walks, we can go and have fun outdoors with our friends, with our family, with our lives. What we're gonna make today is the best sweet potato fries, or the sweetest fries ever, because we're gonna make them with sweet potatoes and carrots, and then I'm gonna make better than the sous vide egg bites that you've ever had before. We're gonna make those. And then we're going to make, what are we going to make? Better than the drive-through chicken nuggets. We're going to make better than drive-through chicken nuggets. Who doesn't love chicken nuggets? I love them. I'm an adult. I'm 50-some years old. I'm not going to tell you the real number. That's okay. But I love chicken nuggets because they're food you can eat with your fingers. And that's what adults love, and that's what kids love. So let's get started. I'm going to do the sweetest home fries ever. We're going to start with those first. And we're going to do carrots, like fries that are carrots, of course, potatoes, and you could also do butternut squash. It's not the time of the year for squash, but you could do sticks of butternut squash, okay? Now, I want you to know, my lovely assistant decided to shave my carrot, and I'm like, why are you peeling the carrot? Why are you doing that? It's too much work. Remember, I'm lazy. Be lazy. It's okay to be lazy like me. You don't have to. What I want you to do instead is I want you to get your carrot and get a little scrub and scrub them, because the skin has vitamins and minerals and nutrition and fiber, okay? So just get the dirt off by scrubbing them. You do not have to peel. And check this out. It's a purple carrot. Look how beautiful that purple carrot is on the inside. You're going to get a little bit different vitamins and minerals from the purple, something called anthocyanidins that really help to rebuild your cells. Let's just put it that way and make things a little simple side. And they're pretty, they're gorgeous. And there's also yellow carrots. Oh, do I have any yellow carrots? Yeah, I do. I have some yellow carrots. So you can do some yellow carrots, you can do some purple carrots, you can do your plain old, orange carrots. And kids love carrots. Buy the carrots, the whole carrot. Don't buy the baby carrots. They've been processed and you don't know what has been on them. I don't trust them. Buy the big carrots because they have the skin on, and the skin is good for you. All right, did I rant enough about that? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna just show you how to make some fries with your carrots. Make them the size that you want, okay? They can be smaller, they can be larger. Get rid of that piece. And round things, remember, round things, we need to make them flat. Round things, we make them flat. So I'm gonna score the carrot and then press down, okay? Score the carrot, get my fingers away because it's a smaller carrot, and then press down. A dull knife is a dangerous knife, so make sure you have sharp knives. Score it and then press down. Oh, we got this purple one. Let's get that piece off. And score it, get the fingers out of the way, and then press down. You can make your fries smaller, you can make them bigger. When they're smaller, they cook up a little bit faster. They cook up a little bit faster. So let's make some more fries out of here. There we go. And then we have our sweet potato. Once again, the sweet potato, where's my little scrubber? I had it, here it is. It's been washed, it's been scrubbed. Keep the skin. The skin is actually good for you. But you're gonna take off any black spots or any pieces that don't look edible, like that piece right there. Let's peel that piece off. You can use a little peeler to peel those things off. You don't have to cut towards you like my mom taught me as a child. Round things, what do we do with them? We make them what? Flat. We make round things flat. Close these fingers and press down, okay? Fingers do not get in the way when there's a sharp knife around. So see how it's flat? Now I can make my fries with it. Score, press down. Score, press down. Score, press down. There we go. Now I want to make them thinner, so let's make them thinner. Flatten them out. Let's make them a little thinner. There we go. The thinner you make them, I think that they crisp up a little bit better when they're thinner and smaller, but don't make them too thin, okay? Don't make them too thin. The oven is on at 400 degrees, just so you know, the oven's on 400 degrees. And then these are going to bake for about 20 minutes at 400. Let's see. We make these a little smaller. You know, there's something called consistency of cut. If you cut everything about the same size, then it cooks up about the same, around the same time, okay? Again, I'm lazy, so not everything is consistent with my cut. And if you see, my wonderful assistants already chopped up and made a whole bunch of fries with some of the potatoes and with the carrots. You might not be able to see the difference between the carrots and the potatoes because they're all beautiful orange color, and it's a gorgeous color. But, you know, that one just needed to be a little bit thinner. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm going to put them all in a bowl. Now, look, normally I'm lazy and I put everything on the tray and then I drip everything onto the tray, but not with this one. Not with this one. I'm going to use a bowl because one more dish to have to wash, but you'll be fine. So this one we're going to do a tablespoon of coconut oil. And this coconut oil is not melted, but I know that I have some coconut oil that's already melted. So we're going to grab that, the coconut oil that's already melted. And that is, thank you, dear, my butter flavored coconut oil. It's already melted. If you want to melt it, I get a pot of water and I just put this in the water and boil it and allow it to melt. So we're going to put a little bit of coconut oil in there, a tablespoon or two. And then we're going to put cinnamon. So we've got some ground cinnamon, just sprinkle that in there. And then this is coconut flour. Now, because I think there's a lot more stuff in here, I think I want a little bit more coconut flour. So my lovely assistant is going to give me just a little bit more coconut flour. Just give me the bag, honey. Thank you, dear. Just want a little bit more coconut flour. You know, my mom would always say, you do things al occhio. Al occhio means by eye, right? And that's it. I've always done things like that with all this measuring stuff. It's like, really? I don't normally do things measuring. So we're going to use our wonderful tools that have been given to us at birth, our hands, and we're going to mix this up with our hands. So we've got the coconut flour. It just helps the coconut oil stick to the fries, okay? To our quote-unquote fries. Here we go. Oh, you know what's missing? A little bit of salt. A little bit of salt. And I don't believe that I forgot that salt, but okay, there we go. The cinnamon, I teach people this recipe, cinnamon on carrots and these sweet potatoes. They go, whoa, that doesn't sound good, but then they eat them and they go, oh my gosh, it is so good. And it is. It's really, really good with the cinnamon. And because it's kind of sweet, but savory at the same time because I put a little salt in there. Okay, we're going to put these right onto our baking sheet. Here we go. And set that aside. Spread them out as much as you can. This might be a little bit too many for this particular stoneware. I love stoneware. If you don't already have stoneware, get some. I love it. It cooks very evenly. And it, I don't know, makes me feel like a cave woman. Makes me feel closer to planet Earth. And I just like how it bakes a lot better than anything else. All right, I'm going to put this in the oven and I'll be right back and we're going to make some sous vide eggs. All right, next we're going to make these better than you've ever had sous vide bites. I had a hard time saying that. Sous vide means really underwater, but we're not going to bake these underwater. We're just not. We're going to bake these in the oven. And remember, we want little bites of food that are easy to grab and go. Throw in a baggie, throw in your cooler to go to the beach. So I'm going to do little muffin tins. And I'm going to get my spray. I love my non-propellant olive oil spray. And just spray each and every one of these little tiny thingamaboppers here, little muffin tins. There we go. Set that aside. Oven is on 350. We're going to do 350. And what I did is I got my head of cauliflower. Look at this tiny little head of cauliflower. And I steamed it. I used a double boiler and I steamed it, a double steam pot. Do you have my steam pot in there? I'm going to show them my steam pot. And what I want to do, I'm not going to cook the cauliflower since I cooked it already. Thank you. This is what I cooked it in. And I love this steam pot and I highly recommend everyone, it has a lid to it as well. You put about 1 inch of water at the bottom, that's a lot, but 1 inch of water, and you see how that has holes? That's how I'm going to steam it. So let me put this aside over here. I've already steamed it. I cooked it for about 7 to 10 minutes. Make sure it's just fork tender, the cauliflower. But I want to show you something really cool. I want to show you something really cool. When you get your cauliflower, don't take it out of the plastic yet, because we want to be able to break it apart and have it easy to wash and to break into pieces. And the way that I'm going to do that, you ready? Ready? Here it is. Slam it down, and now you might not be able to see this, but it's already in pieces. So now I can open this up from the other end, and look what happens. All of this goes right into compost. I didn't need to use a knife. It just comes loose with my hands. Throw that right in the compost. It's getting full, but that's okay. Wonderful for the garden. It's wonderful. Compost is wonderful for plants, and it's very easy. You dig a hole, you throw it in, and then the next year you get your shovel and you go in and you got all your compost. That is wonderful soil for, again, plants, vegetables, flowers, whatever you want. And you can have your own maybe herb garden, your own vegetable garden. But look at that. Look at this. I want to show you. I'm going to get the top of my steam pot, and I'm just going to throw the florets into the top of my steam pot. See how this is just coming apart so easy? I hardly didn't even need a knife, did I? Didn't even need a knife. Maybe this piece I want to use my knife, cut that up a little bit. And now I'm going to rinse this under the sink. So there's my washing, and then put it on top of the bottom piece. I love this steam pot. I highly recommend everyone get one of these. Put the lid on, put the flame on, probably 10 minutes, and it's done. Okay, I'm not going to do that now. So here we go. Voila, we have our cauliflower already steamed up. And now we need to combine it to make our egg bites. Cauliflower is just wonderful. It takes on the flavor of whatever you give it, okay? And I'm going to use my handy dandy food processor. You could get your potato masher, and you know, I never use a potato masher, and I don't have one, but I got some other awesome tools. I have my food processor here, so I'm just going to put it all in there and mash it up. Let's put the rest of the ingredients in here that need to be in here. Okay, so we've got about 4 cups of cauliflower. That's about 4 cups. Okay, can you see this okay? Can you see that okay? All right. We're going to do 1 egg. Now, I want to show you something with an egg. Never crack an egg into your bowl, because what if it's a bad egg? What if it's a bad egg? And then you're going to ruin all the cauliflower, okay? So I'm just going to crack my egg into this big bowl. And you know that it's not a good egg. A, you'll smell it right away, okay? B, it'll be super liquidy. It'll be super liquidy. See how that sticks together? That's fine, okay? And I know that that's a good egg, but you'll know it right away. It'll pour out and go, oh, that's weird looking. Sometimes you might even get red stuff in there. Throw it away, okay? But don't waste your ingredients. Always crack an egg into a separate container, okay? Now we're going to do some bacon. We're going to do nutritional. I love nutritional yeast. It tastes very nutty. We're going to do about 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. It's very nutty. You also get a lot of B vitamins for it. So people who are vegans, vegetarians, it's really important to add some nutritional yeast to it. Oh, it's awesome on popcorn too. So we got some nutritional yeast, and we're going to do some sea salt. I'm going to do about 1/2 teaspoon of some sea salt in there. And, oh, she already poured the nutritional yeast for me. Shows you how much I pay attention. Thank you, dear. Hey, whatever. We'll put a little more. It'll be fine. I love nutritional yeast. I will eat it up like crazy. And I'm going to do some chives. Even though I'm going to use the food processor, I still want to chop it up roughly. Chop it up roughly. Okay? When you chop herbs, and I'll show you this when I do parsley next time, is never leave green on your cutting board. Never leave green on your cutting board. Chop it maybe once, maybe twice. Don't macerate your vegetable, your herbs, I meant to say. Okay? Always use something to pick up. Do not ever use your knife to pick up your vegetables or whatever's on your cutting board. You will cut yourself on that end. This is so sharp, it literally will cut your finger off. Santa Claus brought me these beautiful knives. It was good to me this year. Okay, so we've got some chives in there. What else do we want? Or scallions. You can do scallions in here too. I got chives. You know, scallions would be really nice. The other thing, oh, I want to show you something. Let me grab it out of the fridge. I want to show it to you. Is bacon. This one's going to have bacon in it. I'll put the bacon in a minute, not just yet. But when you buy bacon, I want you to make sure that you buy bacon that doesn't have sugar in it, but it will say uncured. Uncured bacon means it doesn't have any nitrites or nitrates in it. And those are preservatives. They preserve the food. And I want you to ask yourself something. If it's preserving the food, what is it doing to you? What is it doing to you? So you don't want sugar in your bacon and you don't want the nitrites, but it says right there on any package, uncured, okay? And this one actually says no sugar. So I took my bacon and I already made it. It's right here. I put it on my stone, 400 degrees, 20 minutes. If you don't have a stone, it's probably less than that, probably more like 15 minutes. I was at the beach house last year and I only had one stone and a regular cookie tray that I made 2 pounds of bacon. Well, the cookie tray burned. The stoneware came out gorgeous, came out absolutely beautiful. So use your stoneware. All right, that's the bacon. Let me put that away. And let's get mashing our cauliflower. We've got everything in there that we need. And I'm not going to put it on full force. I'm just going to pulse it, okay? Just going to pulse it. And we're going to put it back in that bowl. Almost done. Okay, now I'm going to put the bacon in here. It's about 4 pieces of bacon that's already cooked. Remember, nitrate free. Okay, you don't want any of those things in your body. You don't want them in your children's bodies. Okay, let's mix all that up. Almost done, almost done. Don't be afraid to stop it and push the food down that came up on the sides. Don't be afraid to push it down. Smells so nutty from the nutritional yeast. Yum, yum, yum. All right, almost done. Just a few more moments. Okay, and the other thing with the nutritional yeast, it kind of gives it a cheesy flavor. For people, I eat almost everything, but I don't mind cheese. But for people who are allergic to cheese, try the nutritional yeast to get that, that cheesy kind of flavor. So now we're gonna fill up our little muffin cups with this delicious bacon, cauliflower, egg mixture. And then we're gonna bake them at 350 for, I think, 20-25 minutes. We'll have to see the recipe over here. And these are gonna pop out. They're gonna be absolutely gorgeous and delicious and nutritious. Nutritious because it has everything that you need in a meal. It has vegetables, cauliflower. It has fat from, what fat did we use in this one? We used the bacon, right? It has fat from the bacon, and it has protein from the bacon. So every meal should have vegetables, a fat, and a protein. And that is a balanced meal that keeps your blood sugar stable, keeps your blood sugar from increasing and going up. And if you eat too much, if you eat foods that have too much sugar in them, even if it's sugar that, or turns into sugar, like carbohydrates, like grains and beans, then all of that, if you're not burning it off right away, if you're not gonna go and do exercise or swimming or walking or whatever exercise, dancing, love dancing, then it's all gonna go right into fat storage. All of that sugar is gonna go right into fat storage, okay? And causes also insulin resistance, which turns into diabetes, okay? So have fun with this. Now you can make these in an Instant Pot and make them sous vide in the water. Basically, you put a little bit of water at the bottom of the pot if you have an Instant Pot, and then you put these into the little, there are specific egg cups that you buy for the Instant Pot, and then you cook it for about 9 minutes, and then you'll have these little egg bites. But I like them better in the oven. They come out a little crispier. This is why I decided to cook these in the oven as opposed to the Instant Pot. Okay. All right. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're getting some good ideas to feed your family lots of vegetables. And don't be afraid of bacon. People think, oh, I need to do the turkey bacon. The thing is with turkey bacon, I'm not against turkey bacon, but it has a lot more sodium than regular bacon. Okay, it has a lot more sodium than regular bacon. I just realized something. I was talking about using the nutritional yeast if you're a vegetarian, and here I've got bacon in these. It's all good. It's all good. You can eliminate the bacon if you don't want that. Okay, if you don't want the bacon and you are a vegetarian. But non-vegetarians can eat nutritional yeast because I like it. It's good. It's yummy. Okay. Now, you see how I have some food on the sides? I'm going to have to clean all of that up. You're going to clean all of that up so that it doesn't burn. And if it burns, you just scrub it off. Little elbow grease. I'm telling you, you do use mussels in the kitchen. You do. You use mussels in the kitchen. I got proof. I got mussels. And I'm in the kitchen all the time. That's the stoneware, the cast iron skillets, all of those things. Okay. I'm just making sure this is nice and clean. Here we go. All right, there we have it. I'm gonna put this in the oven for about 25 minutes until it gets nice and crispy. We'll pop them out, we'll put them on a beautiful plate, and then we'll devour them. We will devour them. All right, I'll be right back. All right, let's get started on the better than the drive-through chicken nuggets. And to top everything off, we're gonna make our own ketchup. Woohoo, we're gonna make our own ketchup. I'm so excited. All right, now, to get started, I've already cut up about nugget-sized pieces of chicken, and it's about 1.5 pounds of chicken. Now, we wanna make breading, but I don't like breadcrumbs, and here's why. I had Lyme disease and it affected my brain. And if it's going to affect my brain, these things that are in these breadcrumbs, then it's going to affect the brains of mostly the children and the elderly. People my age probably won't feel it. But breadcrumbs, not only are they full of gluten, which is really challenging on your digestive system, but it also has MSG in it and rancid oils that affect your brain, okay? MSG affects your brain and it's not good. So I'm gonna make my own breadcrumbs. And I'm gonna make my breadcrumbs with pecans, with almonds, with walnuts. Today we're gonna use walnuts. So I'm gonna put them right into the food processor, walnuts right into the food processor. And let me see what else. Oh, hold on a second, I almost forgot. Let me spray our pan with my olive oil spray. Got that nice and ready. We got pecans, we've got whatever nuts you have. We're gonna do some coconut flour. Put the coconut flour in there. We're gonna do the arrowroot starch. I just don't wanna miss anything on here. We've got Italian seasoning. Has that already been dished out? No. So we need about 1.5 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Yeah, I know, I don't measure. There you go. Italian seasoning. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of garlic and onion powder. Now, I'm gonna do something. I don't like the garlic powder that much. I have it if I'm gonna do a rub or something, but I'm gonna do real garlic. I'm gonna do real garlic because real garlic is immune boosting, and we need as much immune boosting in our lives as possible. Told you, you use mussels in the kitchen. And here we go. All I need for you to do is to get the peel off, smash the garlic with the back of a knife, and there you go, peel it off. There you go. Just going to throw the whole thing in there. I like garlic. There's a misconception, though. They think that, yes, I'm Italian, even with a name like McDermott. My maiden name was Ragnacci. Yeah, we don't use as much garlic as people think, but we do use garlic. I like garlic. Okay, especially if it's roasted. Oh, I love roasted garlic. Okay, let's put that aside. So what do we have in here? Do we have some salt in here? I didn't put salt yet. So we're gonna put a little 1/2 teaspoon of some sea salt in there. We got the garlic, we got Italian seasoning, we need black pepper. Normally I like freshly ground black pepper. So that is regular, already processed pepper, but it's easier for this one. All right, there we go. We're gonna put the lid on. I'm gonna make my seasoning out of this, and I'll be right back. Yep, there it is. Look, we made our own nut crumbs. We're not gonna call them breadcrumbs, we're gonna call them nut crumbs. Now, if I wanted to, I could have done almond flour that is already processed, or you just put the nuts right in there. There you go, okay? So we've got that, and we need egg whites. So we're gonna dredge in some egg whites. So I need to whip up some egg whites. This is how we're gonna do it, okay? We're gonna put this aside for just a moment. And I got a really big bowl because my other bowls are occupied, but I need to separate the eggs, right? I need to separate the eggs. I'm gonna put the egg white in here and the yolk in here. I had to think about that for a second. Here we go. So you just hit it on the side of the glass and open it up, let the white fall out, and then catch it with the other half, let the white fall out, catch it with the other half, let the white fall out, okay? There we go. And put the shell in compost. Let's repeat one more time. Let the white fall out, switch it to the other side, and keep switching until you get all of the white out. A little bit white left, want to get it all. There we go, and then the yolks, I'll feed them to the dogs. They will love the yolks, love, love, love them. Okay, put that aside. And now let's get them whipped up. Where are my little beaters? I have beaters somewhere in my life.
There, to your left.
I don't know my rights from my left. Do you think I know my rights from my left? Here we go. Jeez. All right, here we go. We're gonna whip it up. It's gonna make a little noise, but I'll be right back, don't you worry. You know it's done when it starts to form these stiff peaks. That's when you know it's done, okay? Oops. Okay, we're gonna put that right in here in our other bowl. Oven is on, 350. These are gonna go right in the oven. There we have it. Okay, so let's get a little assembly line. Let's get a little assembly line going. We've got our nut breading, or what did I call it? Nut breading, something like that. So we're gonna do this way. Chicken in the egg white, chicken in the nut coating. There you go, right onto the pan. And use your hands. Don't think about doing this with a fork. It will not be easy to do this with a fork, okay? Will not be easy to do this with a fork. There we go, into the egg whites. I've done this also with mustard, by the way, instead of egg whites. Just dip it in mustard and then the breading. I keep calling it breading, but you know it's not breading. The egg whites make them a little crunchier, a little tastier. The mustard makes it moist, and it gives it, of course, that mustard flavor. So if you have family members or yourself that loves mustard, try it with the mustard one time, okay? Here we go. Look how fun this is. Fun and fluffy with the egg whites. See how they're nice and stiff and they're holding onto the chicken, or the chicken's holding onto it. These are wonderful little nuggets, I'm telling you. Make them, take them with you on the go, because it's August. It's time to be outside and having fun at the beach or at the park. What is your favorite outdoor activity? Go out today and go and do that favorite outdoor activity. Just get some sunshine, but not too much, Get a little bit of fresh air, a lot of it, and just make sure you stay active. Okay, we're almost done here. Couple more. This is chicken breast. These are chicken breasts. Feel free to do these with thighs if you'd rather do these with thighs. It's perfectly fine. Whatever chicken you have, whatever chicken you find, that is what you can use. And this is much better than the chicken nuggets that you buy frozen because, again, MSG, right? Rancid oils that hurt your brain, that hurt your family's brain. We don't want that. We want healthy, healthy, healthy food. And you can prepare these and they'll be good in the refrigerator for a couple of days, okay? You've got a good 3 days on these once you've made them to eat them up. And if you want, maybe you can cook them and freeze them and then recook them, or not recook them, but heat them up. I've not done that. I've not frozen these, so I'm not going to guarantee that these will work frozen. Look at my fingers. Stuck with nut and egg white. Now I want you to know this mixture, if you have any left over, you run out of chicken, don't reuse it. You throw this away. This goes right in the trash right after this because it's cross-contaminated from the chicken, right? You don't want to reuse that. Do not reuse that. Just like you don't want to reuse a plate that had meat on it. Okay, I'm almost out of egg white. That's okay. There we go. I think most of the egg white went on my fingers. Okay, let's get the rest of these done. Whatever egg white I have left, and dip them up. These are going to go in the oven. 350, I think it is, for about 20 minutes. If you don't have an instant read thermometer, get an instant read thermometer because that will help you know that chicken should be 165 degrees when it's done. Okay, so here we have it. This is going in the oven, and then we're going to make our Paleo Ketchup. Wait till you see how easy it is to make Paleo Ketchup. I'll be right back. Let's make some Paleo Ketchup. Paleo because everything is back to Mother Nature, right? If it didn't exist, if they didn't eat it in the Paleolithic period, then you don't eat it. That's kind of like paleo. I'm not strict anything, but I like paleo because I know that it doesn't have anything artificial in it. So this is why it's paleo, and it doesn't have sugar or anything else. So we're going to start with some crushed tomatoes. And these are fire roasted because that's what I had in my pantry, and I love that fire roasted flavor in everything that I eat. So we're going to cook this ketchup, okay? We're going to start it. Let me turn this on, and medium heat. Put your tomatoes in there. Next, we're going to do a can of tomato paste. Can of tomato paste. I want you to note something on cans. If you're going to buy anything in a can, that make sure that it's organic and that it says, this one says organic, but you want ones that are BPA free because BPA is the plastic that they line the cans with, that it can disrupt your hormones, let's put it that way, and could be cancer promoting. That's why you always want to be careful if you're going to be doing any kind of canned foods. Okay, this is heating up already very nicely. So let's put stuff in here as we go along. So that's that. Next we're going to add some water in there. That's about 6 ounces of water. Put that in right away. And then we're going to do apple cider vinegar. I always get apple cider vinegar with the mother because it has a lot of enzymes that are really good for you. And people think, oh, apple cider vinegar or vinegar, it's acidic, but apple cider vinegar is alkalinizing for your body. And we need to balance the acidic foods with the alkalinizing foods. So apple cider vinegar, there we go. We've got about 2 tablespoons there. And next I'm going to do coconut aminos. You're like, coconut aminos? It's kind of like soy sauce, but it's not soy sauce. Soy sauce can be also hormone disrupting, let's just put it that way. Coconut aminos are like soy sauce, but it doesn't have gluten in it, it doesn't have anything genetically modified in it, and it's got that umami flavor. It's got that umami salt flavor that you want in your ketchup. There we go. So we're going to put that in the pot. Next, what else do we want in our pot here? We want some onion powder. Now, you can You could chop up an onion really fine and cook that in here if you wanted to. I think that was the onion powder that was supposed to be in there. And you could do garlic powder, that's what's on the recipe, but I'm not gonna do garlic powder. I'm a big fan of raw garlic, as I already said. And if you don't feel like peeling it, you could always get a garlic press and squeeze it on in there. Give it if you like a lot of garlic, put a lot of garlic. If you like a little garlic, put a little garlic. But a little does go a long way. So those are 2 pieces. That's what I love about the garlic press. I didn't have to peel it. And here the skin comes right out. I might smell like garlic fingers, but I'll live. I'm Italian. I'm okay with the garlic smelling fingers. Okay, so there we go. There we have that. Let's move this aside. And I'm gonna whisk this up. I'm gonna whisk this up and we're gonna simmer this. So I'm gonna turn the heat down. Turn the heat down and let it simmer for a good 20 minutes. Okay, we're gonna simmer it for a good 20 minutes. And I'll show you what it looks like so far. Looks like ketchup. Looks like ketchup. A little chunky because the canned tomatoes had a little bit of chunk in them, and I don't mind a little chunk in my tomato sauce. Kids might, so you might want to blend it up if you had kids that might be a little fussy on that. And there we have it. We're going to come back in 20 minutes and we're going to have chicken nuggets, better than drive-through chicken nuggets, and we're going to have our Paleo Ketchup all ready to dip and eat and yum. Oh, be right back. All right, we're all ready to go to the beach, go to our picnics, go out in nature with all of our fun, quick bite foods for the month of August. And I just took my chicken nuggets out of, better than drive-through chicken nuggets, out of the oven. And I'm just gonna plate them for us on this one. Now, how do I know that they're done? Well, you see that they've got some crispiness going on. But I also have an instant read thermometer. I implore you to get one because this way you know that you are safe. And you need 165 degrees for that chicken to be done. Don't touch the pan. Go to the middle of the chicken because if you touch the pan, it's going to be a different temperature. I got 179. I think they're done. So that's how we are assured that they're done. And again, our family stays safe. So we have our chicken nuggets. Our ketchup is done. Let me see show you how beautiful that ketchup is. And it tastes absolutely wonderful. Your kids will love it. I promise you, they won't know that you made it homemade. If you want, you can put it in one of those commercial containers so that they don't know. What I do is I save old peanut butter jars, ones that have a little bit of a gasket on the lid. It's got a rubber on it and it seals. So I'll put it in jars and store it in the fridge for a good 10 days. It doesn't last that long in my house. So there we have it, our better than drive-through chicken nuggets with our homemade Paleo Ketchup. Can't wait to eat that. And check this out. These are our wonderful fries made with sweet potatoes and carrots and a little bit of cinnamon. And that coconut flour, if you see what it did, it made those little crispies on the outside and it made a little different texture. These are wonderful. The kids, I promise you, will love them. You will love them. I hope you do. And we're getting more than just regular white potatoes. We eat white potatoes all the time, but with the sweet potatoes, you're going to get more fiber. With the carrots, you're going to get more fiber as well as beta carotene. So you're going to do yourself and your family a huge favor by making these very sweet potato carrot fries. Yum, yum. Okay, these are our sous vide bites, and you can take them out. When you take them out of the little muffin tin, use a spoon, go around the outside and pluck it out with a spoon, okay? And there we have it, our little sous vide bites. What you can do, cool them off completely, and even the chicken nuggets, cool them off completely, throw them into bags, throw them into other containers, and take them to go. Take them to go because what is August? Time to get outdoors and have fun, have fun, have fun. All right, and that is our show. Thank you so much for being here today. And until next time, namaste. Bye for now, everyone.